Hi everyone, how are we going today? Thought we'd jump on and do a real quick stream. We'll probably end up, as the title suggested, we're gonna rebuild the airport. But yeah, probably end up doing this over a couple of streams, because it's, not super easy just to rebuild these, but yeah, really the plan is to move it over to this side of the railway, probably over the top of the highway. Last stream we were working over here. We built a bit more density up in this part of our newer city and caused a bit of traffic chaos, but it looks to have mostly cleared up now. It was this roundabout intersection that was kind of the main issue. So yeah, still a little bit people coming out of here, but yeah, hopefully that's all clear up pretty quickly as the simulation runs. So yeah, we'll head over this way, and the interesting thing will be here is the way the airport zone flattens the ground, because we don't want to start the airport all over again, because we've got this one up to a 3-star, even though I'm not happy with it and it looks rubbish. We still want to keep that 3-star rating. So yeah, the zone we have for airports is self-flattening. So I'm going to be interested to see here. It's going to lower it, I think. And I don't know if there's much I can do about that. So we'll just bring it out this way. And I think we'll have to tunnel the airport, the highway, sorry, under the airport, which will probably allow us to do some interesting things with tunnels and stuff like that here. Something similar to what we have here in Sydney, with a tunnel that goes directly underneath the one of the taxiways of the airport, which is quite cool particularly when you're driving underneath it. So yeah, we'll to start with, we'll just bring this through and we'll see what it does. And yeah, as I thought, it's doing some interesting things there, which we'll have to see how we can fix that. Because yeah, I think let me just check if we just pull this out, can I landscape after I've done that? Because I think ideally it should be this height, but it is relatively flat over here once we can solve this issue. So let's see what we can actually do here. Oh yeah, you can. Okay. So that's good news. So I'm gonna take this out, and I think it's really practically gonna take up this whole space. Which I think we have an autosave there, yeah, which is fine. And then we'll see how things shape out, because we could even have a cargo airport over this side still, but it'll enable us just to take up a lot less room than what we are taking up here. And I think I was saying this last stream, this is such prime real estate here. You kind of think they probably wouldn't put an airport there. I was never all that sure on the location, so yeah, we'll see. So this is gonna, no matter what I do, I think I have to do this post putting the zone in. Zone, what do they call these? District. Yeah, so it's going to do some weird stuff over here in particular. I have to sell the soil even though I've got the mods enabled, but that's fine. Especially because I'm going to put the soil back. It seems a bit silly, but you know, we'll play the game. And then we'll just go straight over the top. And yeah, we'll come up. I don't want to ruin this terraforming here because this is likely going to end up being national park. So I don't want to ruin that. So we'll just come out and around here. We'll just keep ourselves. Oh, is it? No, it won't let me go. It's yeah, keep ourselves away from that space, and we won't go too close to the water either. 2 secs. Yep. All right. Then the okay, I think we're pretty good there. Yeah, the other thing I did was just before I came live here, I went onto the workshop and downloaded a couple of assets. I don't know where they would be actually. Are they in here? Yeah, these ones. So these are like the LA river things that go in between. Sorry, they don't go in between. They go. They get the stormwater and stuff like that, and they disperse it. So I'm wondering if we could fit some of the smaller ones of these into this space. Could be quite interesting. All right, but let's bring this terrain back up. So we want to grab that, and we'll just basically the whole space will just flatten out. And then I suppose we should tunnel. Should we tunnel first? Let's see. Let's just come right up to where we want it. Actually, we might take the highway height. Do it that way. Interestingly, it didn't delete all of the trees here. I thought that was part of that. Yeah. It's weird. And then yeah, that raises up a little bit there. So to account for that. Yeah, we just want all of this so we can smooth that out a little bit further, a little bit more as we go through. But yeah, it's just trying to get the basics in here at the moment. Here. Let's go back down here. Oh, too small. Yeah, if things look a bit dodgy now, we can always go back and fix them when we do a bit more detailing. Obviously that's just needs to go back there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Check here for any weirdness like that. Yeah, I don't know exactly. I mean, obviously putting the LA storm drains in is kind of it will be very forced, I suppose, but you might think that they want to make sure that this water isn't kind of flowing. Maybe in the flooding season, this water flows off in that direction, so they're trying to stop that from happening because it is pretty flat here, and it could, you know, once it comes past the highway, it's likely going to be pushed over towards the flat area of the airport. So maybe that's what's happening. We'll go with that anyway. Alright, I think that's looking pretty good. Okay. So here will be the challenge. Because this is indeed higher, we may need to lower the railway down. We definitely need to figure out how, you know, where we want to have the interchange. So we're probably going to put the interchange up here. And I mean, it will just really only be servicing the airport anyway, so it's not going to have to be massive. And in fact, we can probably use the tunnel to our advantage in that regard. So we might need to lower the rail here a little bit. Actually, that's what I want is this picker. And then I should be able to just select that. That appears to have selected the road nodes as well. I guess I have to do it like that. I'd be surprised if there wasn't a node in there. Oh, it says it because it's a train track and not a train tunnel. Yeah, it probably is. Alright, well, we'll do it above ground and below ground. Can I just get that node there? Yep. So we'll go down there. Actually, maybe I should just select everything, hey? I still don't think it'll let me select the underground, but if I can lower the road at the same time, it might save a bit of time. Maybe if we actually Control H it to something over here. Yeah. And we'll do the same with all of this. So now that should all be flat. Okay, and then we'll do, there's got to be a node in here, 3 nodes, okay. And if I Control H those two here, what's that going to look like? Oh, that went up, okay. Yeah. yeah, so what we'll have to do is we'll re-slope this section. Interesting what it's doing down there. Alright, so we'll start from there. It's going to let me keep going? Yeah, it will. We'll go all the way out to here. Yeah, that's alright. So what do? We did 3 out past that one. So it needs to go to there. That should be pretty even. Alright, while I see this, we'll fix this. Is this an extra node here? Yeah. And just bring that up a little. Not looking great there. So those two are lined up. We need to probably bring this one back here. Line them up. This weird like jankiness there, huh? Fix that. And this bridge. So once you start changing heights in one place, you got to change them everywhere. Okay, that's a bit better. Hopefully it's going to let me terraform that, or is that part of that tunnel? Could be part of that tunnel, huh? And that might be node controller fix. Yep, perfect. And actually, will this, if I slope that, yeah, that fixes that jank as well. Nice. Alright, well, we're not going to worry too much about the full-on details at this point, I should say. Let's figure out where we're going to put stuff. And I mean, given the last intersection is all the way out over here, we can pretty much put this wherever we want. So I think probably closer to here is going to make more sense. And we'll have the terminals maybe on either side of the highway. So that way we can kind of make it seem like perhaps there's an international terminal on one side and a domestic terminal on the other. I did like the way these crossed over, but not 100% necessary. But yeah, why don't we see if we can tunnel these, give us an understanding of where we're, or what spaces we have available to us, and go from there. So we'll tunnel. I always find it weird that it will go, you know, when you get these situations where things go straight from a bridge to a tunnel. But I don't think we have much choice here. Sorry, I'll mute Discord. So it says that we can't upgrade. Oh, we need anarchy. So let's go here first, and we'll see if that gives us enough space or not. It's doing all sorts of weird stuff there. I might need to terraform this, do I? Yeah, we might be able to get away with it. Let's move it. I wish these nodes were lined up. No, they might be. Okay. Yep, so let's see if we can find the middle of this, approximately. I just want to make sure we've got enough room here. Do we go one more? We'll see how we go. We can always change that down the track if we need to. Alright, so this segment is probably the middle. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, unfortunate that it's a even number, but we'll go come out of this view, see what I'm doing. I think that's pretty flat with the terrain. I guess the contours might help here, huh? Yeah, that's pretty much perfect. Okay, and then we'll use our network multi-tool here. And we'll go from there. Maybe just to there. How does that look? Yeah, perfect. There. There to there. And there to there. It hasn't worked with the terrain by the looks of it, so we might need to... how do we fix that? We're going to end up sloping... I suppose the middle section has to go lower, huh? Alright. And... let's say there. It's the exact science that we need, right? Go to there. Yeah, it'll make it steeper, but I think it'll be better in terms of what's it's going to end up doing to the terrain. Yeah, even that's not quite right, is it? Still needs to go lower. Maybe we need to do it the other way. Try and slope this, or get this as far down as it will go so that the terrain's correct, and then work from there. Yeah. Which may end up making these ramps a little steep, but yeah, I don't think we have a choice. Yeah. Nice. probably need to fix this again later as well. Okay, and so then I guess we just go from there to there. It's kind of weird that it's apparently still going downhill at that point, but we'll go with it. Yeah, I mean, look, that's not ideal, but yeah, we're not aiming for super realistic here. Okay, so these need to be better lined up. And can I just do that? Keep it straight. Line that up. Check that, that's fine. Okay, cool. So that's the space we have. So yeah, whether we want to do kind of one runway here, like we could do a cross similar to that, or two. I think that might be a bit short though, just going straight across, so probably diagonal is going to be our best bet. So we might need to kind of draw the runway in and work around however that's going to look best. And I'll be fully aware that, you know, I'm sure in reality these runways won't be anywhere near big enough. But yeah, we're not always going for realism or complete realism. And that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect all the time. Okay, so yeah, I think we can make use of the extra space, so we can have one short runway and one longer runway. And if we plan things correctly, I can even have it so that our planes, you know, the smaller planes are the only ones that have access to this runway, and obviously the large planes will have access to the longer runway. And we'll take that as far as we can there. I don't know why it's Dean Airfield either. Actually, yeah, let's just check here as well that we're not. So we are coming down. Like, you imagine that could be quite daunting if they were landing kind of right behind the mountain there. Here's alright. This is, you know, that, yeah, sure, there's a mountain there, but that's plenty of clearance in my mind. But yeah, that's not as ideal. Maybe we could angle it slightly more this way so that it's kind of a bit more in that valley. Why don't we do that? Yeah, I've noticed this. I think I had to use move it to delete these when I was building the first one. Don't know why. Oh. What's that? Strange. Okay, so yeah, let's line this up a little bit better. So if we don't want them like coming down on the mountain, let's say that, you know, this seems a lot safer. So we'll go, yeah, down that angle, that direction. From here, we'll go straight across there. Don't need those road guidelines. Okay, so that's our shorter runway. And then our longer runway can be off in this direction. Not ideal for the amusement park, but you know. Now again, we've got these mountains here, so let's try something that's going to make it the most logical. So like somewhere, again, coming down in this more flat region. So maybe from here. Oh. And again, we'll kind of try and go as long as we can. I'll just make sure I'm lining this up properly. And yeah, you would hope by the time they're at this point, they're actually in the air. Oh, that's very strange, isn't it? Hopefully Move It will fix that. And then we'll just maybe if we control H to the other runway. These runways have really weird nodes and stuff going on. There we go. That didn't do anything. Interesting. Happens if we just page up. Yeah, that works. Is that not... I thought it's... why did that not level that out? I'm gonna have to redraw this, aren't I? Oh no, it copied it. Alright, let's get out of there. And we'll just delete all of that. And that as well. And then we get this weird bit here as well. This weird bit of concrete down there. Okay, so I'll terraform this first or not draw it as far. We can terraform here, I think. Yeah, get kind of maximum length. Like I said, I'm sure these runways won't be long enough realistically anyway, but got to work within what the game will let us do. Okay, so we'll start again up here. And we should this time be able to come right out here. Nice. So, when I did this other one, I was able to use Move It to make this actually look decent. So I think that's acceptable. So I guess oh, interesting. Okay, we'll just lower this one. Oh, it's not going to do it for me, is it? Wow, how did I do that over there then? That's frustrating. Doesn't seem like this is all flat here, so it shouldn't really be a terrain problem. Weirdness there. I don't remember how I did it over there. Maybe I was doing individual nodes. So we'll try that. Yeah, if you go into here, I mean, like I said, these runways have weird nodes going on, but there's one there. Is that the nearest one? Appears to be. Alright, let's try this. No, that's not working. Oh, it's doing that. Undo. And I don't think you can page down segments if this is a segment. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, I can't remember how I did it over here. It's so clean. Can I... It's frustrating. We might need to live with that. I mean, I'll try redrawing it again, and we'll see if that helps. Because you just never know. Ah, okay, that's probably a better way to do it, huh? Still not done the whole lot. Very strange. And yeah, we'll try to draw it one more time. You just never know with this game. Sometimes you do something just slightly different and it allows it. Alright, so we'll line this up again. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's much better. So I think we'll go with that. You know, from out here, you're not going to notice it. So yeah, be happy with that. Let's check that the city's not burning down. No, we're okay. Okay. No, I don't suppose anarchy was causing that, was it? Probably not. Okay, so I guess... Now, the way I've done this, we've kind of ended up with more space over here than here. I don't know. This is quite a small area to have a terminal in. And what I'll probably want to do is just drag. I'm going to drag this stuff across. I'll just put new stuff in. This is one of the reasons I'm redoing this, that there's constantly issues here. And I mean, I guess they do have to go kind of the long way around to get here, but yeah, the service reach is terrible. Alright, I think we might just drag new stuff out, save breaking everything. Oh, is that... Oh, did I use the wrong one? I did. Or is that... No, I think it's the same thing, yeah. Okay, so I want to keep with the modern terminal. Oh, this is so big as well. I always forget how big this is. And the planes have to... Yeah, we might need to do terminal over this end after all. We can probably do an underground exit. And then if we position this appropriately, we'll be able to get planes on either side. I'm going to go around about here. And probably then change my mind. I don't want things to be squishy, but I also don't want it... I want it to make sense. That's, I think, going to be too close. That's the problem. Maybe we do need to go with a smaller terminal. Wow, that is heaps smaller. It's probably going to make a lot more sense. So maybe what we could do then is if we have this is like our domestic type terminal on this side, and then we have like this hub thing as the international terminal. Maybe that would work. It still feels like I'm squishing everything in, but I guess we could have like hotels over that side. I just want to avoid what's happening over here where the services can't get to it. I guess it's still much closer. We'll run with this. We'll see how this goes. Now, it's probably too close to the runway. And this gives us better train access too, which is good. Let's go there. And we'll put a couple of... So this one... So our long runway is this one. So our big terminal needs to hook up with that. So we want to get probably... I guess we can do like large and medium. So maybe the mediums span across both terminals. Is that too close to the runway still? I will drag this concourse further out here. Yeah, is that the right one? Ultra modern, ultra modern. Get angle back on. And we just need enough for two-way taxiways there. So we'll go to there. This can come much further out. Actually, maybe this is where we have our taxiway intersecting with the highway tunnel. So maybe I'll draw that in first. And which way are we going to go here? Don't like me doing that. Can I not draw this in normal mode so I can see what's happening? No. Okay. Got to do it in the weird white screen. So I'll put row guidelines back on here so we can line this up straight. And a key. I'll fix the directions up later. And I want to drag this right in close. I've got snapping on. Actually, you don't want it... Yeah, I guess we don't want it too close, otherwise the planes will... their wings will be over the top of the highway. Have to get some concrete stuff going on there. I would like to fix this slope up too. It's so bad. We'll do that later. Maybe if I can get one of these parked planes and just test how far things are coming out here. Just plop it down and use move it. Okay, so they're going to taxi down the middle there. So we probably want to just come out just slightly more. And again, I'm not going for like ultra realism here because the runways are still probably way too short, but you know, visual things like that, it's good to get right. Okay. So I think we'll draw in the taxiway first. nice. Now I'm even regretting the way this is facing. Perhaps it should be facing the other way. Like this. I think that's going to give us better, like the highway, it's going to make the road access easier. Yeah, we'll try it there. And if we pop a couple of mediums, we'll see where the mediums come out to here. Quite close. That's okay though, I think that will work. So we'll go with a couple of mediums here. And then we'll start popping. Oh, you can't put it right on the edge. That's going to be too close to the runways. I would check this again actually with the the plane here. So pop that there for a sec. Because our taxiway is going to stick out there, isn't it? Don't tunnel my taxiway. It's close. Oops. I think that would clip, would it? It's probably too close than what they would consider safe. Might just move it all back slightly. I don't really want to go back and forward too much. And I'll just move this one in. It's not going to be quite as good here, but we can try. We can probably have a similar effect over here. And I think, yeah, I had to kind of go the long way around in some of this area here, but so this is the short one. I don't know how much sense this layout is making. So it's gonna have to go kind of like all the way around to taxi on and off. Maybe I need to be less fussy about it. Let's just try and move this all back a bit. Except for that. It's not gonna let me no. You got that as well, but we'll... Yeah, that seems a bit safer. Okay, we'll run with this for now. There's another couple of large ones here. Take Anarchy off just in case. Two large ones. And we can probably fit maybe one more. Don't need road guidelines. Yeah, it is getting closer to the runway there, isn't it? So we'll probably only get one more in. I'll go all the way there just so we've got wiggle room. Can always shorten it if need be. Let's get that one in as close as possible there. And I guess with these pod things, you know, we can always add more of these in if we find that this isn't working. This again might be getting a little close, but and this is an odd angle. Is that going to break it? Maybe. Alright, I'll go with that. So they're coming out here. Got road guidelines on again there. Get rid of these guys. Okay. So yeah, I couldn't put a. We'll probably have it like a lounge there or something, the airport lounge, and I suppose we'll do that. Except now, yeah, now I see that's going to the wrong runway, isn't it? They can. I'm pretty sure they can go across runways because I'm pretty sure I saw them do that here. Can we check that actually? Again, perhaps not the most realistic thing in the world, but maybe not. That's that's interesting. So apparently they can use runways as taxiways. I wonder which one is doing that. Oh, is it that guy? Interesting. What are you doing? You're flying off. Okay, maybe they're not. Maybe it's just the way the routes were working. I thought I saw before that they could kind of taxi across a runway. Which, you know, as long as you have air traffic control, surely that's doable. Slope too steep. Interesting. Oh, it won't let me, because it's got to come off here, right? Is that going to cause problem? I'll probably have to anarchy it in, and that's probably going to break everything. We'll try it. What's the worst that could happen, huh? It's going to complain that... Oh. Yeah, the old airport is just slightly lower than this one. So when I dragged the district across it, I had to re-terraform everything. I'll be interested to see how this works. We might need to reconfigure things if that doesn't work, but yeah, we'll go with it for now. So let's we'll just drag this down and in. So they're all attached there now. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if, you know, again, I was kind of thinking the large and medium planes should use this, but I think that's the easiest way to get these guys back to this terminal. And I might even do, as long as we don't go too close to this other runway, we can do like a little shortcut taxiway here. Again, perhaps not the most realistic thing ever, but that'll also enable us to put hangars and stuff like that in this gap here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Well, kind of. Alright, and then this one. I mean, I could even move this over here now. Originally I was thinking this would kind of be international terminal, and that would be... sorry, this end would be domestic, that end would be international. But since if we're doing the big one over here, we can have this one down here. A bit more space. And then this will be only small and medium stands. Try and line it up with the runway somehow. Visually anyway. Eyeball it. Could spend all night doing that, right? Okay, so small and medium, so we'll go back to just looking at that road as well. So we'll go there. And then, how many stands are over here actually? So, I mean, they're not all getting used anyway, so we probably don't need as many stands. 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we've got 6 there. So yeah, I won't be too worried if we have less than what we had. There's no incoming flights. Strange. I'm not going to worry too much because we'll delete that soon, but yeah, that's a bit odd. It's not like it's a new airport either. Oh, there we go. It's just timing. They might be trying to pathfinder these runways too, and it obviously isn't going to work at this point. Alright, so we'll come out here. Actually, yeah, let's leave that so our taxiway again can do that, and we can come a long way out here actually, can't we? So we can get quite a few stands here. So yeah, taxiway will go that way. So we'll do the smaller ones further out. The medium ones closer in. I might, so 3 of those. 2, 3, 4. I'll extend that out a little bit. Yeah, that's alright, I think. I might just position these a bit better. With this one, where is it? Line up objects? Yeah, perfect. And just for the sake of, yeah, nice. Hopefully that's far enough away. I'll test that with a plane again in a sec. We do have a bit of space, we can move it back if need be. Yeah. Yeah, let's test this plane here first. So that will go approximately there. And our taxiways want to go this way, don't they? Well, that will then only use that one runway. It's probably not too much of an issue. Oh no, they can't come back in then, can they? We have to do our through the runway trick again, I guess, to get them back. So we'll have to go this way. These taxiways are confusing. So that's about the same distance as I made it over here. So I think we'll go with that. Alright. So we'll make sure that this all works runway wise as well. So they're going to come out, road guidelines here, back in to there. And then, yeah, they'll only use this runway. So can we line this up well again? How far out did we have to go to? Kind of there. Not quite. Okay. Now I suppose that issue is that these guys, yeah, we still might need to run the taxiway out and around, because they're not going to be able to. So then these guys land, they're going to need to go back to this location. And so that has to go out that way. So that what that will mean is that when these guys are coming back, when they're looking to taxi back to the terminal, they're not going to be able to go across here. I mean, I know in reality, and I know this because I was looking, before I built this airport, I did some Google Earth kind of looking. And taxiways do cross runways in reality, because the air traffic control is determining who lands when. So to me, if I were to have a crossing, say here, that wouldn't be the end of the world, because I think that the air traffic control would ensure that if any time a plane was landing or taking off, they would ensure that no plane was crossing that runway. But it won't let me do that, so you'd have to go straight through like that. Which, yeah, I don't mind doing that, and I can use Move It to fix that and make it not so glitchy. Yeah, hopefully I'm not gonna, you know, if any air traffic or pilots or anything like that see this and aren't happy with it, I guess, you know, you kind of have to go with the game sometimes, right? Go with what the game wants you to do. Play the game sometimes. I just want to straighten that up though. So if we 90 out of there, it's going to look a whole lot better. Which probably means that I didn't line the terminal up perfectly, but we'll go with it. Yeah, I'm happy to go with that. To quote the famous man, we won't let perfect be the enemy of good here. Okay, so this one's going to come out. And it's got to meet up with that one. Get rid of those. Might just be able to... I want to just make sure I'm allowing for that. And I haven't really planned what I'm doing with that yet either. Yeah, because these guys will have to come around here, right? It's a bit of a mess. I wonder if reversing one of these runways would make more sense doing it this way. Seems very messy. Which, you know, again, just reversing a runway is not all that easy to do in reality, but again, we're playing a game, so balance it out. So if we swap this one this way, still because of where I place the terminals, it's kind of difficult, and the way the runways cross, I suppose. But they're still going to have to kind of have this jankiness to them at some level, I think. That's going in there. I wish you could enter the runway in multiple places. I don't see why, like if you just come out here, for example, because not every plane is going to take the whole space of the runway to actually take off and land. So I suppose we'll just go out and around. It's not ideal, but I feel like I'm making my janky airport even jankier at this point. Yeah, these power lines are temporary anyway. Actually, no, that's not going to work either, is it? This needs to be coming out that way. Oh, and then this. So yeah, if they're coming down here, we need to bring this one out this way. Yeah, okay. Yep, so theoretically that should. It should all be able to land and take off anyway, put it that way. I'm not sure that it's all that realistic, but it's just the way like the mechanics work of the airport that is quite restrictive. So if you could have areas where they could go, oh, can I not? Oh. Yeah, if you could have areas where they could all go in, and even if they restricted that to like, well, you can only have small planes on this particular like route or whatever, because you know they're the only ones that would be able to take off and land with the space provided, that would be fine. But they don't even have like an option to do it. I'm not aware of any mods that would do that either. And yeah, I don't like this still. Maybe I need to rethink the runways and make them kind of more of a classic. Well, the X is classic, but you know, more of what some of the bigger airports have in the States and that, where they're kind of just at one angle rather than the cross pattern. City's not braking over there, no. But I do like the cross pattern. It's just difficult making it work. Yeah, I mean, I guess, I mean, at the moment, this layout looks worse than that, just to be quite honest. And that, I don't like this layout, so. I wonder actually whether we could do it this way. This might make much more sense, huh? So if we do that, then I can get rid of this jankiness here. So again, they're crossing the runway, but yeah, like I said, that's what air traffic control is for. So that way, when they land, so they'll head off in that direction to take off. That's fine. And then when they land, they can come down out and around any of these stands, but they can also come across here into this area. And yeah, you know, in reality they'll collide because of the AI, but again, you've got to play the game sometimes, right? And then if they need to get, I mean, they may even go all the way around and down like that to go to that runway. And while that's not ideal, it'll probably do. But they can also get back by going down and around that way to those, and down and around that way to these. That makes a lot more sense. And we don't have this jankiness around there. And I suppose if we're going to do that, I know that won't quite work, will it? That's okay. Like I said, I don't mind if these guys are restricted to one runway. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. Alright, let's put some water in here to get these things stopping the flashing. And I feel like these would be in the building, right? across like that. And then here, same thing. Right. Oh, and they're actually spawning. Well, that's a good sign. And he did just go through there, so that's good to see. Yeah, he's doing the same, so that's good. It's good to know that they can do that. Right, and again, I'll just park temporary power lines here. And we'll eventually hook it up that way. And now the hard part here is the roads as well. So I left space here for exits. That's tight, huh? So this is gonna have to bridge over the top. Interchanges are not. You think my airports suck? You wait until you see my interchanges. But gotta do what we gotta do, right? Yeah, my concern is getting down. There's not a lot of space to get back down once we're up, but we only need to go to 10 here, really. So we'll go out here. And we'll just go right, like as far back as we can, so that we got plenty of space. And I guess we really want to go in both directions here. Try and go somewhere in the middle of those. No. Yeah, like there. And this is going downhill anyway, so we might even be able to lower that. Because I think we'll have to lower these, because that's way too steep there anyway. And I might just off the bat upgrade this so that we've got 2 lanes off in each direction. One of which is going to go straight down, and then the other hook up there. Ugh. I don't know about that. Network multi-tool this. Yep, much better than my eye. And hopefully that looks alright. Yeah, that's so much better. And it gives us what I was hoping for. It enables us to lower this. And it's just unfortunate because it's at the same height as that. Pretty much, isn't it? So I wonder if I can try and move it back then. Oh, it's snapping. Undo. Just to fix the slope up. Still it doesn't need to be that high, but I guess Yeah, that just looks so bad. So really, that's all, you know, that's where it could actually be. And then we just fix that up. Does that look just as janky? I can't do it to that one, there's only 2 nodes there. I think we'll have to go with that. There's not much choice. And just turn collision off to get this pillar here. And then we'll probably do that. Still so much room there, which is good. Yeah, well, at least that ramp's smooth. Don't know about that end, but... Oh, hey Shane. How are you doing today? Alright, well, that's acceptable, I think. How the other side get over to that, I don't know. We will have... Does this smaller one have... I don't think it does have metro in it, does it? No. I was going to say having internal metro would be a thing, but this one doesn't have internal metro. Just here for a short time today, but you're doing okay. No worries. Glad you're doing alright though. Yeah, this is only meant to be a short stream anyway, so how long have we been up for now? Like an hour and a half, so probably only do another half hour or so. So how do we get this back onto the highway now? It's not a whole lot of space here, especially for bridges and stuff. Yeah, like I said, intersections not my forte. Let's run it backwards. Yeah, I mean, that's alright. We'll just fix this up a bit. Well, at least now they can do a U-turn at the airport. I don't think they can do much else, but... I might need to change these roads here too, huh? Doesn't like that. Oh, is it in the bus category? Yeah. I guess we'll go to about there. No, we'll keep that one. Figure out how we get this down. I mean, I guess we just kind of mirror that and then slowly bring it down. we can get some move it action in here later to fix up these curves. In fact, we could even I always forget that you know, network multi-tool is so powerful. I always forget that I should be using it more often. Did I select the wrong thing there? Create curve. Yeah. Other end. Oh, I created one. I thought you should be able to oh, is it that one? Arrange it line. Yeah, it's the one that you can do the this is just going to make it straight, isn't it? Or is that the wrong? Yeah, this is the one actually, isn't it? No. We just use move it. Oh, you can use the slope tool though. That's going to help. And then I guess we need node controller to fix those up. Slope U. Slope U. Slope U. What's happening here? Yeesh. Better. Okay, slope's right. Yeah, that's the problem, having them so close like that. I can live with that. I think it's done that weird thing over here again. And then given this is a highway anyway, we'll turn on the crossings off here. Oh, now it's done it there too. It's one or the other apparently. If I use move it, is that gonna help? Yeah, helps that one. Wow, it really doesn't like that, does it? Glitchy. Is that a node controller issue, or if we do this again? Yeah, that works, I guess. Right, so I mean, how concerned am I that they can't get up and around and back that way? I guess like at the moment I'm not that concerned because all of my population is over there. But it would be good to have connectivity. So guess no one's actually using it now anyway, are they? Yeah, they're all coming from that direction anyway, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to put resources into something that no one is probably going to use. I might fix this up though. Slow that down a bit. And yeah, that's okay. I don't think this is going to get super busy because we'll have public transport here as well, so still getting crime though. Yeah. I do have a district, what's it called? The district thing that you can, so if I put a district here and then have a police station here, I can make it so that it only services, although I'm going to need a service crossing here perhaps so that it can loop around efficiently. We'll see how long that takes to resolve. It takes so long over here, it's ridiculous. I think these car parks are glitched though, because they always seem to have someone dead at them. And no matter what happens, it's, yeah. There's never a hearse, even though there's this here. They can quite easily loop around. So I don't know why that does that, but... is it coming? Yeah. Where is it? There. Where have you come from? Oh, okay. It actually probably is the closest police station, but it just has to go kind of the long way around. Maybe it was on another call as well. Alright, well that'll get there. Okay, so now this section. I don't like that it's so close to this ramp. But it would be good to get connectivity either way here, even though again, you know, theoretically there's probably no one. I suppose they might come from there. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, I mean, people are using it. The other way is to tunnel once it's under, but you kind of feel like why would they do that when it seems super expensive to do that when you've got open space right here. Again, I feel like this isn't going to get too busy, so it's probably okay. And we can always add an extra lane as well. Oh, it ruined the tunnel. Really? Why? So we have to, just for, even for aesthetics purposes, have to go further back so it doesn't ruin the tunnel. Again, I don't feel like it's going to cause any problems because I don't think it'll be super busy. And this is interesting because it's kind of the wrong way around, isn't it? It's got to go in over that way. Oh, did I break? Ooh, I broke that rail. Whoops. I don't even know when I did that. I maybe need to work backwards here, I think. So find these bus roads again. And let's get this one on first. So we'll bring this quite close to the track, I suppose. Although I do want to probably have the train station because we got that one there. So we'll bring that across. I want to make sure I leave enough space for that. And again, we'll use mods to fix slopes and stuff. Because yeah, the good thing about these is that you can have roads underneath as well. Flip this around so I know what I'm doing. I guess, yeah, I feel like the exit might have to be a tunnel almost. I mean, that's probably more reasonable considering the amount of space you got here. I just don't think you'd tunnel after when you've got all of this space here. So we'll go with this. Actually, we'll go back to this road now. We'll swing her around. Alright, and then this can actually probably break off, can't it? And set off in, let's get rid of the angle. That wasn't what I intended to do there. I forgot what tool I was in. Oh, I got rid of angle, yeah. Yeah, we'll keep curving this a little bit. It's not gonna... Now we'll use the road guidelines to get this curve right. It's gonna let me. No, it's not. I'll just run with it. That's okay. We'll elevate that. Yeah, just that one. And then we'll slope that appropriately as well. Yeah. I'm okay with that. I will, because again, most of the population at the moment is over here. So I think we do need something that loops back around. I wonder if we could, yeah, do something similar to the train there and do a tunnel underneath. I don't want to ruin my tunnels over there again though, and there's not a lot of space here, so maybe a bridge is a better option. maybe a better option is the wrong word. Maybe the option is a better way to put it. And that train line's going down, so it doesn't need to be super high, as long as it can clear the highway coming around. I guess it means we can slope it nicely. Or should I be using network multi-tool for this as well? If I put the entrance in like here, that's going to give me a lot of jank, isn't it? I think we'll try it. You got to go now and sort other things out. Bye and enjoy the rest of your stream. Well, thanks for stopping in, Shane, and yeah, hope you can sort all your stuff out. We'll see you next time. Yeah, nah. We'll just we'll freehand. Always leave snapping on move it. Let's just bring this way a bit more. Oops. Actually, let's undo those. Let's bring this out more this way. I'm aware that heights are probably a problem at the moment as well. This is still not right, is it? It's doing things there. This could probably be much smaller. Over engineering. Nah, that's not much smaller after all. Oh man. What did I say? Intersections. Alright, now we go autosave. And I'm actually probably making it bigger, am I? Should probably use this thing, right? It's meant to help with. Didn't help. I don't know. Oh, that needs fixing too. If I just turn collision off, I can get my pillars here. Shuffle those. Shuffle that into the middle. Yeah, this is janktastic. That's a little bit better, I suppose. Oh yeah, that's better. I mean, it's still pretty janky, but I wonder what the slope's like. That's probably too high, actually, isn't it? We want to get this up to where it actually needs to be, which is probably about there. Where does this one needs to come up as well? And then, is there a donut truck or... Oh, I mean, that probably needs fixing too, actually, while we're looking at this. And I've still got collision off. It's going to be difficult to use this tool here because of these intersections. You ideally want an intersection to be flat too, so I can't really even slope those. And this is an intersection too. It's quite a challenging area. Yeah, it can't really go much further either because of that bridge. Yeah, it's not ideal, but we'll go with it. Okay, so any donut trucks? Because I find they're the best to measure, right? Donut trucks or the bug spray ones. Oh, there was a bug spray one, I missed it. I'll just grab the next truck here. Like this, this garbage truck would be probably good. Hey, look at all of that height there. It's not required. I think that's probably about right. And then I wonder what would happen if I sloped here. So if we go from this one, yep, to that one. Oh no. That's okay. This one I don't think will be okay. Ooh. It's gonna break that, isn't it? Ah, actually, it's very steep though, but 9% is quite steep, but I don't know that you have a choice. If I pull this backward and move it, is it going to break my tunnels? It's going to break my, what turned out to be an okay shape, but yeah, it's not breaking my tunnel. And it's not too bad. Oh. Still seems like it's very over-engineered for what it's doing, but I guess airports, yeah, they generate a lot of money. Is that lane might be a little much, but oh, I can probably re-slope it though, can't I? Because I pulled it back. Yeah, it's still an 8. Still really steep back there, but I don't think I can fix that. It's too much going on. That's okay. It's good to see the planes actually using this airport as well. Is there anyone actually on them? Oh, there is too. Nice. Okay. And yeah, I'm not surprised we're bleeding money because we've got 2 airports running at the moment. Well, actually, I guess technically 4 airports. One of them isn't even operating. So yeah, now these, yeah. This is not ideal. I think they are going to have to go into the tunnel. And I do feel like only having one exit that goes out into the bulk of the city. Just for, you know, again, like the airport is here to service the city. So that makes sense. And I guess as we fill out more of the space back over here, we can think about how we might be able to get a second exit in that goes the other way. It really would need to go on this road, is the most important one to us. This just goes out of the city, so yeah, let's see if we can figure this out. Part of me wants to, you know what airports are like, they're all like super confusing to drive around. So part of me just wants to dump this out back here, so you have to kind of like loop back around to get out. I feel like that's something that might happen at an airport. And then this one would go under and tunnel. We could even like bring it over this way. And yeah, something like that. What a nightmare to drive in. But I can definitely see something like that happening at an airport. Let me just bring this one around. Again, we just, I mean, when I looked at this space, I was like, oh yeah, there's so much space here, but for some reason I've crowded everything into this corner. So we're gonna have to start tunneling pretty quick smart here. Alright. Hopefully we're at about the right level there, and I might just downgrade this to 1 lane. Let's get the merging done before we're entering. Okay. Departures. Have to loop around, guys. 6%. That's fine. I mean, you wouldn't expect there's going to be trucks driving up there anyway, would you? Oh, and it's a downward ramp as well. I mean, I'll keep thinking about that, and if I can think of something else. So it's not a whole lot of space for it to. It's got to go down and then tunnel straight away, which always looks janky anyway. But yeah, that should all be like functional now. I prefer the compactness of this, and we'll likely put some hotels and stuff here. Yeah, there's just a lot of roads in this, but I like the shape of it. If they had the same asset that perhaps just had a single road, I'd probably use that instead. Just wondering, how do we... Oh, it'd be good to access, although I guess if the train's going there, we won't be... I was going to say accessing this area to put, you know, hotels and stuff in it, but yeah, this train station will move here, so it's probably going to take up most of that room anyway. So yeah, that's pretty good. So the question is, do I prefer this one over the old one? I definitely prefer this location. To me, this location makes so much more sense than this location. And it also gives us the opportunity to, you know, we can move this over to here, which I probably will eventually do. Yeah, I think overall I do. The jankiness of these roads and this is not ideal, but yeah. Maybe I can rework those intersections at some point. But yeah, it seems like the services are getting cleared out better here as well, which makes sense because it's closer to where the services actually are. But yeah, you can see, I mean, like I said before, I think these car parks are glitched out, but this has constantly got crime or garbage or something going on. I definitely prefer this road layout and the way that worked out over these two road layouts. That one's alright, I guess. It's pretty simple. This one is, yeah, maybe a bit janky. Maybe it needs revisiting. Yeah. But yeah, at least while I was concentrating on that, the city didn't die. And we seem to be making money again, which is always nice. Oh no, crime. What's this actually doing? It's interesting that I added like these extra terminals and all of this extra stuff, and it didn't even add to the attractiveness. Because ultimately what I'll have to do is put the price up, because it's barely, you can see there, it's barely making any money, if it ever does make money. But when you lower the when you up the attractiveness, oh, that was framey, you lower, so when you up the ticket price, you lower the attractiveness. So it's already borderline that it's not going to make it to the level 3. Super framey through here. So yeah, I just obviously want it to make money to some degree, but I don't really want to lower it to a level 2. And I don't think I'll be putting much more of these guys. I'll move them across, but I don't think much more will be put in. So yeah, gotta figure out how to balance that out a bit, I guess. But yeah, I think we might end here though. So I did think that this would probably be a 2-stream project, and this is only going to be a short stream anyway. So yeah, I'll be back Saturday. I'll probably do a little bit of Minecraft first, and then continue on the airport after that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We might raid out. Let's see who else is playing Cities. Girl from Norway. I don't know, maybe she's finishing up. She's been going for 4 hours. If anyone has any suggestions, open to that. We'll go with girl from Norway. Here we go. So yeah, once again, guys, thanks for joining in. If you want to check out how we progress here, come along on Saturday, and yeah, hit the follow button, and I'll hopefully see you then.